Ready, we're all ready. Welcome. It is 4 p.m. on Thursday, August 10th, 2023, and this is the New Ulm Library Board meeting. Welcome to everybody. I'm Ruth Ann Webster. I'm going to run this show. And the first thing we need is to approve our agenda. So if somebody could give me a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any questions or comments about the agenda? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We have an agenda. And next item is to approve the minutes from our July 13th, 2023 meeting. We have those minutes in our packet.
I move that we approve the minutes as printed.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any comments or questions about last month's meeting? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the minutes signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We have minutes. Next, financial report, April.
We are 58.63% through 2023, and our budget is approximately 51.04% expended. Some of the bills we paid during July included $591 to GOG Sheet Metal to replace the children's hallway thermostat, $170 to the Minnesota Library Association for an institutional membership. That's an annual cost. $360 to Precision Alarm for annual fire alarm monitoring, and $286 to Uline for a cart for our outreach books. $402 to BookPage for our annual subscription. That was a friend's donation that covered that. And $305 to Verizon for our 8 Wi-Fi hotspots. And then just a note that the City Council is having a budget work session with the department heads next Tuesday. I'll be attending that.
Okay. Any questions or comments of April regarding the financial report?
So for the thermostat replacement, last month I had asked about, we keep continuing to have problems with the same unit, and you indicated that you're in the process, that yes, it was, and you're in the process of getting quotes. How's that going?
The quotes were for the units in the Minnesota Music Hall of Fame.
Oh.
They've got 2 smaller units there that need to be replaced. And so those units are, I think the city council either approved them or it's on the upcoming agenda to approve replacing those units.
So if they're in the Music Hall of Fame, does that impact our budget at all then, or?
No, that's coming from the city's 290 fund. Yeah. And then the unit in the hallway, we think it was the thermostat that was causing the ongoing issues. It took some coming to look at it because we thought maybe it was a contactor or something like that, but we finally settled on the thermostat, and that seems to have righted it.
Okay.
Okay. Any other, thank you, Vince. Any other questions, comments, things you want April to look at? Otherwise, let's move on to the July 2023 Library Department Activities Report and Statistics.
Interviews are complete for the library page position. We're in the process of making an offer. The city's HR director does that process for us. So hopefully at next month's meeting, I'll be able to share our new staff member's name. And then I wanted to throw to Megan to give us an update on how National Night Out went last Monday.
National Night Out, or outreach.
Megan, get closer to your mic, thank you. Thank you.
National Night Out was a big success. 3 of us worked for 3 hours. We saw about 300 people and made 235 stress balls. It was nonstop. Had a lot of positive comments from the community. We tried to say, come see us at the library. So I think it was good. They saw how much fun happens at the library. But we did pass out an application to a library card, things like that. But mostly we're so busy helping the kids and families make stress balls that we couldn't get out a computer. We had the button maker as a backup activity, but the Orbeez were so popular and we had enough supplies, and it just, it was nonstop from when we got there until when we were kicked out from underneath the tent. But it was great. It was great. People, it was a lot of fun. And we connected with a lot of people. So,
And do I understand you're going to be at the fair sometime?
yes,
Okay.
we have a table. It's set up already, and we'll be there each day of the fair. Most hours will be on kids' days, but we don't have enough staff to cover, 8 till 8 every day. So,
Well, we'll be anxious to hear about that, too.
yes.
All right, good. Thank you so much, Megan.
And I just want to give a big thank you to Megan and a kudos to her for all her work on National Night Out and the fair. She's really organized our scheduling and the activities for those things. She's done a great job. So thank you.
Great. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else have any comments or questions about the fair or about National Night Out, or anybody need a stress ball? Good.
I just have some other items I can share from.
Good.
our
Keep
report.
going.
We had the But Not All Is Lost exhibit and presentation about the family's experience in Ukraine. That's Abigail Skorenki was the artist. Forgive me if I didn't get that pronunciation quite right. But we had 56 attend to her presentation and some really great feedback about how much people enjoyed the presentation and learning more about her family's experience. I attended the Ripple Conference on July 23rd through 26th. That was in Madison, Wisconsin. That stands for the Research Institute for Public Libraries. And that was funded mostly by Minnesota Department of Education travel grant, and then the Friends also contributed to that. But I learned methods for gathering, analyzing, and using data for planning, management, and communicating the library's impact. So I'm still kind of digesting everything I learned and pulling out the things that we might be able to use in our library. But one of my favorite things that I learned was some of the tools that the Institute of Museum and Library Services and the Public Library Association offer for free or minimal cost to libraries across the United States. So I'm excited to experiment more with some of those things. And then the Brown County Library Board meets with the county commissioners at 3:30 on Monday, August 28th. That's on the second floor of the Brown County Courthouse. So any board members who would like to attend are welcome, as well as the public. We'll be presenting our request for our 2024 county support for the Brown County libraries.
Great.
And just a couple notes on our statistics. So far this year, we've recorded 19 requests for study rooms. That's just kind of a hand count we're taking of people who ask us about that. That's probably not all the requests we've received, as we're just kind of tallying those as we get them. But that's just something to keep in mind as we look at our strategic plan. I know it came up again in our last committee meeting. And then our print circulation is holding fairly steady over last year, but our digital circulation continues to increase. We're up 35% in July 2023 over July 2022. So that's a number we're watching closely, because we'll want to keep that in mind as we look at our budgets year over year as to what we're spending on our digital collections. And computer usage is increasing as well. I am disappointed that we've had some issues with our Wi-Fi statistics, because I'd really like to compare our computer usage to our Wi-Fi statistics. But we're still having some trouble. And I'm not, we're getting statistics, but I'm not sure we're getting all of the statistics now. So I'm working with the city's IT department to try and figure that out.
Great. Anyone have any questions, comments, concerns, things we want to look at in the future, or? Otherwise, we'll move on to the summer reading program, which is over.
Yes. So our summer reading program was Dig Into Reading, and it ran June 5th to July 30th. We had total of our programs and activities that we offered, we had a total attendance of 1,027 people. We handed out 470 logs, and the total returned was 138, so that's about a 30% completion rate. You know, we'd like to see more like 50%, but that's a tough ask for libraries kind of traditionally is returns for the completely finishing the summer reading program, but we're just glad to engage with those kids. Total circulation goal, our shared circulation goal was 25,000 and our actual count was 27,540, so we met our goal this year. Does anybody have any questions about the summer reading program or any of the statistics that were shared in the report?
I think Miss Catherine is exhausted.
Catherine and Jerry did a wonderful job with our summer reading program. They were busy all summer long, and not only were they busy offering all of the programs and the activities for the kids, but just with the kids in the room, helping them find materials, access the materials they needed for crafts, direction finding, all of that. It was busy all summer long, so they did an excellent job of balancing all of that.
Right?
It sounds great. And really, as far as the percentage of children who complete the program, you have limited control
Right.
over that. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if they, take the sheet home and engage with the library just a little bit, we're happy to have had that contact with them.
Yes, they've done some reading.
Great,
Yes, better than
great,
a blank summer for them.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
great. Well, let's move on to August library programming.
August is typically a light month for us for programming as we wrap up our summer reading program and take a breather after that. And then we have patrons gearing up for the school year. So we're really just looking at some of our programs that reoccur, which includes the Teen Pathfinder role-playing game on Wednesdays at 2:30. And you don't have to be there right at 2:30 to join. You can come later. We have some of all of our book clubs continue, things like the chess club and needlework group. But I do want to note that we have a live flamenco performance
can't wait
from
for that.
Sachiko and the Twin Cities Flamenco Collective. And that's on Monday, August 14th at 2 p.m. And they also do a short presentation and have time for questions too. So we invite everybody
Right.
to join us
Where's that going to be at?
in our meeting room.
Cool.
Sounds fabulous.
Yes,
Yes.
it does.
Yes.
It's red high heels, clickety click, click, click. Good, that sounds fun, a lot of fun, a lot of fun. Okay, strategic planning meeting update, did you want to give that?
Sure.
Yeah.
We don't have much to update on. We're working on the goals and objectives. I have some ideas in mind to kind of focus our conversation for our next meeting. The group did decide to meet for 2 hours instead of 1 hour at our next meeting, so that we can dig further into that and kind of not cut our conversation off too quickly. So that'll be Monday, September 11th, and we're moving the meeting to 2 p.m. to accommodate some schedules.
Right, I think everybody sort of made a commitment to come prepared to, press forward. We got a lot of thoughts and ideas, and it's just a matter of just pulling everything together. Because we do have a timeline, not that, we couldn't stretch that out, but yes, I think meeting for 2 hours next month is going to make a big difference. So, good.
And after that, the plan is for, once we have our goals and objectives set for the library staff to work on the activities to meet those goals and objectives. And then I would bring that back to the committee kind of for thoughts before we bring the full plan to the library board for approval later
Great.
this year.
Great, great, great. All right, on to action, on to action. Now, this resolution number 20237, we read last time. This is the second reading in the adoption. And so I would appreciate a motion to waive the second reading and approve the library fees and fines schedule that we went over last week, or last month.
So moved.
All right. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
All right. Does anyone have any questions or comments or anything with regard to this? It's kind of basic. Hearing none, let's call the roll.
Sarah,
Yes.
Dustin, yes. Vince,
Yes.
Ruth Ann,
Yes.
Yvonne,
Yes.
Manon,
Yes.
Lynn.
Yes.
Resolution passes. On to the resolution. And this one, we can just vote on right away. We don't have to have a second reading. This is Resolution number 2023, 2023-18, regarding the award of the project for carpet replacement. The library sent requests for proposals for replacing carpet and bookshelf moving in the library's adult nonfiction floor, including the Fred Johnson Room and young adult area. Requests were sent to 3 vendors and posted on the city's website. 2 vendors submitted proposals. The library asked for the following information: removal and installation of carpet, cost of subcontracting with bookshelf movers to use lifts that move shelves of books to clear the area, and commercial package for the listed carpet material. The proposal totals came in as follows. Hiller Commercial Floors, blank. Oh, did I understand that?
No, it's 41,525.
Oh, I got it. I apologize,
That's
my
all
art. I've got, thank you, this is where I need help. Hiller's Commercial Floors, $41,525. Rickway Carpet, $44,530. As a part of the 2023 budget, the library board did approve the use of up to $35,000 from the library's fund balance for this project. It is indicated in the budget under 211-5500-500153, library interior renovation. Because the project is already slated to come from the fund balance, the library director recommends that the library board approve going over budget for the project so that it can be completed in 2023. The nonfiction area will be closed to the public, and library staff will work, The nonfiction area will be closed to the public and to library staff while work is being completed. Okay. Anybody have any questions about either vendor or the proposal that, even though it is a little bit over budget, we go forward with it? Anybody have any? I mean, the carpet needs to be replaced, so that would be my comment. Anyone else?
Be cheaper next year.
True.
Now, April, is it your recommendation that we go with Hiller then, the lower bidder?
Yes.
Okay.
Hiller completed the last 2 areas we did, the children's room and the fiction floor, and they do a really nice job and are easy to work with.
And is this going to be carpet tile or
Yes.
roll carpet? Okay.
Square carpet tiles.
And have they submitted patterns to pick from, or is that to come?
In our proposal, we asked them to quote on the same carpet we used in the fiction floor to match.
Okay.
And they indicated that that was still available.
Good.
Excellent. Excellent.
Great. Anyone else have any comments or questions? Go carpeting. Go carpeting. I'll take a motion.
I'll move that we accept Hiller's proposal for new carpeting.
Second.
All right, we got a second? Okay. Any other comments or questions? If not, let's call the roll.
Sarah,
Yes.
Dustin, yes. Vince,
Yes.
Ruth Ann,
Yes.
Yvonne,
Yes.
Manon,
Yes.
Lynn.
Yes.
All right, resolution passes. Is there any other business to come before this board?
No.
Otherwise, we'll see you in September. See you in September. Wait a minute. Meeting adjourned. Here we go. Boom, we're good. Good. Thank you.